don't have to try to be the perfect girlfriend, the perfect partner, the perfect wife. In fact, when you are trying to be the perfect person for him, it's actually blocking him from fully seeing you, fully connecting with you, and therefore fully loving you. And in this video, we're talking about what makes a man fall in love with you forever. And note, this is not just some dark psychology manipulation tactic, because all the tactics and the strategies that you think will make him fall in love with you are not true to who you are. And therefore, they cannot ignite that truth of who he is, because the truth of who he is love, is being capable of love, being able to give love to you. And it is only when you are in your truth that you can inspire him to also be in your truth, to also become love, become the love that who he actually is, which is the reason why some dark manipulation tactic, some strategy that you're trying to figure out in order to win him over, that's not going to work. Because it's not just about trying to get the love of someone. It's actually about becoming who you are, becoming the truth of who you are. Hello, my beauties. Welcome to the channel. My name is Chamye, in service for women desiring peaceful love in your relationships and in reality. And in this video, we're talking about what makes a man interested, or what makes a man fall in love with you forever. Actually, not just interested. Because what I've seen out there, and the mistake that I see many women making, which I also used to make myself, is where you're focusing on the wrong things in order to make him interested. You're trying to figure out how to make him interested, and you're focusing on the wrong things. And those wrong things include trying to put on a facade, trying to put on a persona, trying to figure out what would make him fall in love. In fact, you figuring out what to make him fall in love, how to make him fall in love, is actually preventing him from actually falling in love, is actually preventing him from being in love. Because whenever you're trying to figure out the way to make him interested, the way to make him fall in love, what you're doing is that you are focused on building this persona, building this facade of who you should be in order to get his love, in order to earn his love. And so you may focus on the wrong things. And these wrong things look like focusing on your looks, thinking that if you just have the perfect makeup or have the perfect glow up in your body or your face, or transform, do this plastic surgery or whatever that is, if you think that if you're just only if only you are hotter, if only you are sexier, if only you are more charming, then he would love you more. So this is a mistake that many women commonly make. And the thing is that when you think that that is the way to make him fall in love, you will be afraid of unmasking yourself. You will be afraid that he might see your flaws. You may be afraid that he might see your pores, your imperfection. And I've even seen women who are like, I'm not going to let him sleep with me or let him see me without makeup because you don't want him to actually see your natural look or the part of you who is imperfect, right? And in fact, this is the thing that is blocking him from actually falling in love and being in love. And similarly, many other women focus on these, again, the wrong things, which is the external persona of who you should be. So you focus on things like how you should act. Maybe you should act more girly, act more flirtatious, act more seductive, act more like a high value woman. So you're trying to, again, manipulate his love, like manipulate the person by trying to control how you embody, trying to control how you act. But the thing is, he cannot love you if you are in your mask, if you are wearing your mask, because he cannot truly see you, he cannot fully connect with you, and you will not feel connected either, neither to yourself or neither to him. And instead you will be thinking that, oh, if I just do this flirtatious look or act flirty around other men, then it's gonna make him interested, right? Only if I keep my options open, then he's gonna be interested, right? So again, this may make him interested at first for a short term, for the short time being, but for the long term, we're talking about not just for a few months, but for years and years to come. Think about you when you become 50 years old or 70 years old, growing old together with him. All these tactics, tricks, and manipulation tactics, and trying to be seductive, that is not going to last, right? We all are human. You're going to have human days too, where you just want to scream or where you just want to cry or wherever, like you just want to express whatever that you are feeling, right? You're going to have days like that. But if you think that you have to be the seductive woman, act a certain way in order to make him interested, then it's not going to last. The relationship is not going to last either, because the way on how you made him interested was not true to who you are in the very first place. And the same thing, what makes him fall in love is not a communication. It's not the way on how you phrase things. It's not the perfect text message that you send to him. And I know that the internet is obsessing over things like that. So many women are focused on these external measures, external tools and tactics that are going to make him interested. But yes, it may make him interested, but it's a different story when it comes to love. Because love is different. Love is different from just the initial chemistry. Love is different from just the initial interest. Love is actually about becoming. It means that not only you are becoming more of who you are, he is also becoming more of who he is. And because the truth of who he is love, just like how the truth of who you are is love. Both of you are remembering your truth, becoming your truth. And that's how you say, like, you're like the power couple, right? Together. And it's not just a power couple as in I'm a badass, let's conquer the world. Sure, if you have the ambition and the drive, you can do that together. But if your desire is also to relax or to enjoy together, like you both are creating that spark for each other. So what makes a man fall in love with you more than anything else, more than these external persona? It's about you becoming fully you. It's not about you trying to be someone else. It's not about you trying to be, quote unquote, a better version of yourself, right? Better as in like more confident, more sexy, more charming, richer or cooler or whatever that things. All of these things are fine. Like I'm a fan of beautifying yourself too. It's great. It's okay. It's okay to have fun in all these. But the truth is what makes a man interested What makes a man fall in love with you is actually much deeper than that, and it is about you becoming fully you. So what does this mean? What does that mean when you become fully you? It means you being full and being complete within yourself. It means you owning who you are. It's not about you trying to be someone else, but it's about you owning who you are. So that means if you have a personality that you think, quote unquote, is bad, it means you only fully owning it. For example, for me in my relationship, in my marriage, I have a side of me that is she can speak in a childish way, right? She can speak like a 3-year-old. I have that side of me. I don't express that out there much, but in my marriage with my husband, I let that part out of me. And I own that part. I'm not afraid of acting like a little girl, acting like a little child. And in fact, that invites him to also be who he is. Because I'm being who he is, that allows him to also be who he is. So that means that he gets to be who he is. He gets to unmask himself, right? He doesn't have to try to be that strong macho man that he is with other people. He is with in his career, or he is with his friends, right? Even with his friends. It means that your relationship is like a sacred space where both of you fully get to be yourself. So if you are silly, you can be silly. It means even if you think you are boring, it means you can be boring. And my husband, in fact, owns that part of him. And in fact, when he says that he is in love with you, it's not just that he is in love with you. It means that he loves who he is when he is with you. It means you allow him to also be who he is. You invite him to be who he is. And that, my love, is where love is formed. It's where you get to be who you are and he also gets to be who he is without hesitation, without holding back. And then love naturally forms, not because you're trying to make him, not because you're forcing him, but because it is natural. It's natural that you fall in love with someone, or you experience love. You experience love when you get to be you, when you allow yourself to be you, when you discover who you truly are. And so the thing in this relationship, to what makes a man fall in love with you forever, it's not about focusing on him and trying to manipulate the tactic on how to make him fall in love, but it's about inviting him by becoming more of who you are. And it also means becoming who you are also means that you feel whole, you feel complete in yourself, right? Because you are connected to truth, because you're connected to who you truly are. It means you are not dimming your light. It means you're not dimming your power. It means you are not repressing yourself or not holding yourself back, right? It means that you also give love to yourself fully, right? It means that you were comfortable with your own inner emotions. Because what happens is the other mistake that I see women making when it comes to relationship is when you make him responsible for everything that you feel. You say that because you feel XYZ, because you feel sad, he's supposed to do this, right? That is, again, a form of manipulation, a form of control. And in fact, any form of control or manipulation, that is not a form of love. It's only about, it's the service to self. If you have heard of law of one, the law of one, like there are two parts of it: service to self and service to others. And when everything that you do in your relationship is about me, it's about how he can make me feel love, how he can do this, like me, then again, it's inviting him to also be thinking about him too. And that is when your relationship feels like this fight, feel like this push pull where you have to earn for love or where you have to fight for love. But the truth is, it's about when you are full, when you are complete, when you are fulfilled within, when you take accountability, right? When you take responsibility for your own emotions because you see your power, you know who you are, that actually invites him to be more of who he is, right? And so the way on making him feel that love with you is not about forcing, manipulating, controlling, who to give you something that you don't have. Because the truth is that no one else outside of you can give you what you don't already have within. It's your responsibility to find that in yourself, to fulfill that within yourself. Because the truth is, your partner, your relationship, your man is not here to complete you. He is here to make you become more aware, more conscious, more aware, and be more fulfilled in who you are. Much love.